Hello everyone and welcome back to the show. Today on your daily starter, I want to talk to you about how you can get started on those goals, all those dreams, all those projects you've always wanted to do but you never got to doing them. I want to give you a simple tip that will help you get started on it like right away. Hello friend, this is the voice of Ademola Morebise. Hello friend, you see, if you are one of those people that you have projects, you have goals, there are things you want to do but you're never able to get to them, and one day you wake up, it's been 3 years now and then you realize, wow, I wanted to do this thing 3 years ago, and you just kept procrastinating, postponing, you just never got around to doing some of those things. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so I used to be in that position, but then I had this understanding at some point, right? Like it just clicked in my mind. Okay, it just clicked in my mind. I used to have all these ideas, all these things I want to do someday, and I realized that I'm not able to get them done, right? Then I used to tell myself that, see if I told myself that this project is something I like to do sometimes or never, right? Because I'll do some time, then it becomes never, alright? So at one point I sat down and I said, what if I set a date and say, you know what, I'm going to publish my book on so dates. You know what, I'm going to open up my new business on so date. So I pick a date. So once I pick that date, I now start working towards that date. Alright, so I try to put in the work. I'm able to, marshal all the resources I need towards that project. And at the end of the day, I realized that works, right? I just set a date. I set the date, I start working towards the date. And when the dates come, boom, we launch, which it worked. And I shared the same idea with some people, they tried it and it also worked as well. And that's why I'm confident to make this video today, that those things you want to work on, that project, that book you want to launch, that goal you're working towards, set a date. Now, if you're unable to set a date, then you realize that honestly it's not something you really want to do. So we can agree on that, alright? You want to set a date you believe in, so don't set an unreasonable date. Don't set it in 24 hours time or 72 hours time or 4 days. No. I believe you should do an honest evaluation of the work, analyze the work, evaluate the project. Okay, this is what I want to do and this is what I need to do, right? So when you analyze the project, you say, okay, how much time do I need in order to do this thing? You realize that a lot of us want to do all this project, want to do all of these things, but honestly, we've not even sat down to think through the project. So when you want to set a date, one of the first things you're going to realize that it will force you to think through the project, that how much time do I actually need in order to get this thing done. So you sit down, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. It can be a date in the future, but not so far in the future. By the time you're setting the date that is 10 years in the future, we know you're just joking, right? I mean, that's so far off in the future, the project is probably going to stall at the end of the day. In fact, I usually tell my coaching clients nowadays that I believe that you should try to see how you can get something done, how you can launch out within 3 months, actually, within 90 days. So you can walk up towards a 90-day launch, right? So you set the date. I'm releasing my book on so dates, right? And then you evaluate the project. First of all, I want to do this thing. What is the thing? You evaluate it. Okay, how much time do I need? I don't think you should do something that will take you more than 3 months to complete. By the time you set a project, you set a deadline, your date is 3 years in the future. Honestly, you are stalling. That is probably not going to work. Another thing you have to understand is that it's important for you to don't just set the date and keep it in your head. You have to set the date and tell somebody about it. Like you need to have an accountability partner. That hey guys, maybe one person or your community, right? That this is what I want to do. I've been thinking of doing this thing for a while and I'm not going to get to it. So I've set a date now. On so dates, you all are going to see me do this thing. So when you put yourself out like that, you are more likely going to commit to the date. I mean, if the date is just in my head, nobody knows, right? So if I fail, nobody's going to know. You get it? Okay? But by the time I've told people, I've told my spouse, maybe I tell my wife, I tell my husband that there's this project I wanted to do for a while and I'm not able to get across, so I've decided to pick a date. So I've picked so date that by July 12th, 2021, I am going to do this. By August 5, 2023, I'm going to you pick a date, an exact date, and they should know about it so they can hold you accountable to it. So a spouse could do that, your business partner can do that, your community can do that. You could maybe you have a community online, you have a club, a society group or something. You can always tell them that you are trying to, so they can hold you accountable to what you want to do. Bonus points is if you set a penalty for failure. Alright, so maybe if I don't publish that book by so time, I'm going to give you $10,000, for example. Something like that, right? I give $10,000, or something embarrassing, like if I don't get that thing done, I'm going to do something which I find embarrassing, but I'll do that as a penalty, as an incentive, as a motive for me to get to work. So, dear friend, if you are serious about that goal, serious about that project, serious about getting that thing done, set a date. Let me see some dates. Once you set a date, once you pick a date, you make it public, look for accountability partners, you are more likely going to deliver on that thing. You know it, and I know it. It worked for me. I discovered this tip, a couple of years ago, based on what I was going through. It works very fine for me nowadays. Just set a date and get moving. Why don't you repeat after me this morning? Say, God daily loads me with benefits. I am bold and strong. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. My name is Ademola Morebise. Thank you so much for taking our time to check out this video. Remember, you can live a formidable life. Have a great day.